What was this dope piece of Star Wars content about, Amanda, in summary?
In summary, this final episode of Andor was surrounding Marva's funeral, which brought the entire community of Ferrix together in a traditional funeral parade that led to a intense standoff between the Imperial forces and the ISB. A lot of the characters from the whole season ended up being in this one tight spot, which led to an explosion of new directions that the second season will undoubtedly lead into.
Gut feelings? Did we like it? Did we hate it? Do we love it? Is there anything less than just at least liking this episode? I feel like it's a hard episode to just hate.
Yeah.
All out.
No, I don't think you can hate it. Do I think it was better than like The Eye? No. I mean, this show is able to give us some really memorable, great moments. And I think it justifiably wrapped up the season.
Absolutely. I think pound for pound, episode for episode, we got a very solid standard of quality from this first season. And the finale helped drive it all home. Left some things unresolved for season 2. So
almost a little too unresolved. Like, it left us hanging there like, oh, you're going to end it here? Of all things? Like, Brody, the first thing you said after we watched it was like, that's it? Like, that's where you're going to leave us?
Yeah.
Like, you wanted so much more.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
It is a good thing.
I can't say after Obi Wan, I was just like, please
take it away.
We're done. Like, and that's the sad thing. Like, I when I go back and I watch clips of that, like, it is a good show, but I never, when you got done, you're just like, okay, like I let's not reintroduce the character in this fashion again. Which, Jake, I mean, maybe you should. I mean, I should ask you this earlier tonight. You told me Obi Wan Kenobi was your favorite Star Wars character. I've never had the chance to ask you about that show. Before we keep going, did you enjoy Kenobi?
I did, yeah. Absolutely.
Throughout?
Yes.
Was the 78% that we gave that show a fair score?
I think so.
Okay.
I stand
looking
by
at
that.
it from a critical eye, yeah, it wasn't perfect. Some things were done, executed not as well as they could have been, for sure. But that show was a nostalgia bomb. It was great to see my boy Ewan McGregor put the robe back on and see Hayden Christensen back as Anakin. So, as someone who's who regards the prequel films a lot higher than most, it checked the boxes for me.
I was just on a call today and defended Episode 3 as the best Star Wars film of all time.
It's up there.
Yeah.
In my list, definitely.
So going back to this, and the reason I was asking about that 78%, right now, we don't have Christian's score yet, so we can't really give the definitive answer on where this is ranking. But Amanda and I gave it some nice marks. I mean, I have it an 89.2% out of 100, and Amanda, you have an 82%. The show itself, in total, sits at a 77.88, whereas Kenobi is a 78%. So, as long as Christian doesn't tank this episode,
it'll be better.
It will edge out barely Kenobi, which is really interesting because I think, for the most part, as hosts, we've loved this show so much more.
It's for totally different reasons, though. Like, we've discussed how Obi Wan was such a nostalgia bomb and relied a lot on those emotions. And Andor, we kind of had to release any prior knowledge that we would have. Like, I don't know if you remember, but we did create bingo cards for the show, and it became totally irrelevant because nothing about this show was a bingo card for Star Wars. There was no, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's a trap, Force be with you. Like, there wasn't anything we could have predicted, and that was exactly how it should have been.
I did get Tamari Morrison.
You did?
Tamara Morrison, yeah.
Was he there?
I mean, no.
Voice talent.
But there was Clone Troopers.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
I mean,
it doesn't.
Do we even hear Clone Troopers give dialogue in this series?
No, we don't.
Okay, so it doesn't count.
They're there. And I don't know. I got excited
there in spirit.
I got excited seeing them. So who's...